Hello, my name is Tim Corner. I'm with How to Draw Comics. This is going to be a quick little session on how I find my reference. So, a lot of people ask me, where do you get this? Where do you get all these awesome pencils to work from? So, basically, because I'm a digital inker, I usually take digital copies. I scour the net and I look for them. Unless you're working if you're working for an actual company and you're hired to do it, they'll more than likely give you a high res images. When I say high res, I mean high resolution, um, for to so it can make it printable, and you also get the maximum quality out of your line work, so everything's don't look so blurry. A lot of times, if you click on like an image, like okay, so going back to my original part, we go to Pinterest. That's my main source where I get all my stuff. It's a free site. It's great. I used to think it's just for chicks, but it's not. There's so much more on it. There's so much value to it. There's so much inspiration. You really got to take a look and you'll get lost in it for hours. So, a lot of times, because I'm already on my page, I guess it has an algorithm that picks up on all the stuff that I like. So, it automatically feeds me stuff. It even has reference stuff. I mean, look at this reference stuff. So, if you're a penciler, you could just, they get all kinds of cool stuff. But for me, as an inker, digital inker, I need to find stuff that I need to ink. So, for example, like say I wanted to ink Wolverine. I type in Wolverine, Verin, and then I'll put pencils. Click pencils. Oh wow! Look at all the stuff that came up. Look at all this. I mean, come on. I mean, look at that stuff. There's just like a wealth of stuff here that you'll have endless hours of stuff that you can draw for reference or for inking. I mean, look at that, right? So, and another thing, like say you want to like practice different styles, right? So I'm like, okay, I want Wolverine pencils by David Finch. I'll just put in Finch just as an example. Hopefully, you will know who he is. If you don't, I suggest you look for him online. He's probably one of the best pencilers or artists working for Marvel or DC. Did a lot of Batman. Look at this. Boom. Look at this guy. So there's a penciled version. So here's the thing, right? So now, okay. So let's just say for whatever, this guy right here. So I click that. It's gonna magnify it, right? Goes to another page. I click it again. Okay, this is what I do. Oh, I'm on this page now. So now I right click on it. Oh, it's asking me for that. Just ignore it. I right click on it. I view image. And then I'll copy image or save image as, right? And I'll save it to one of my folders. Now, okay, when you look at it, it's pretty detailed, okay? So now I bring it into my software, Photoshop. Some people have Procreate. I guess that's okay. Now I gotta find it now. What did I do with it? Oh, we'll just say it's this one here. Here we go. Okay, so now I have it. Now, when I go image size, you're gonna see that it says 72 DPI. Okay, that's too low. That's like web quality. So most images you're gonna get are on the web on Google or for whatever part on the internet is going to be low res images because it's faster and quicker to load. So viewing it on your screen is okay, but when you want to do something printable like the comic industry or comic book pages or pinups or whatever, and if ultimately you're going to have it printed out, it has to be at a higher quality. Otherwise, so right now, if I were to print it out, it says 7 by 11. It's not going to print out that good. So now what I do, because I'm going to be inking it, and like I said before, if you were doing it professionally, what'll happen is your editor will give you high resolution images to work from. So your pencils will be scanned at 300 or 400 DPI. Okay, that way you'll get a really good clean line, crisp stuff. Because what happens is then it'll get reduced to size. Because I think your pages are like 11 by 17 or 15 by something. Anyways, and then it gets shrunk down to the 8x10 format of a comic book. So now what I do, so how I practice, I take that 72 and I blow it up to 400 DPI. And then I go, okay, wow. Now I open it up. Let's take a look at, look at that. That's crazy. Now we see all the details. I'll zoom out a little bit more so we can see what we're looking at. Let's go F. Okay, and then I'll go fit the screen. And now it's like, it's still a little bit washed out, because what happens is when you blow it up and you expand the pixels, or expand the resolution from 72 to 300 or 400, what happens is there's a thing called interpolation. And what happens is that because it's an image, okay, it's little dots making up all the I guess you could say the lines and everything like that, the coloration and everything. It makes up dot. That's what DPI stands for, dot per inch. So now instead of 72 dot per inch, you have like 400 dot per inch. But thing is, though, it washes it out. So because we didn't have a high resolution scan to begin with, but this is just for practice purposes. So having a bit of an art background will help a little bit too. So you're gonna have to like improvise sometimes, because when you zoom in, which I'll show you here, like just on the arm, see I'm kind of going in. It's still, see, it's kind of blurry because I blew it up. So now I have to interpret those lines when I do my cross hatching and whatnot. So that just gives you an idea. So yeah, that's pretty much my starting process when I look for some when I look for an image online, or if there's an artist, a particular artist I want to look for and try to ink to practice on, because as an inker, you never know who the pencil is going to be. If you're fortunate, you'll work with the same penciler for a long time, or maybe you want to have variety and a lot of different variants and a challenge when you're inking other people's work. This is what I do. Or sometimes I just go on Google, or that's another thing I'll show you quickly. Let me get out of here. And then we'll go to Google really quickly. Now I'll go here, and then I'll go Google. I'll go up here, Google, and I'll type in, let's type in JR, John Romanato, John Romanato, say John, or let's go, yeah, it's easy to spell it. Romanato Junior pencils. I don't know if we're going to find a lot of this stuff. Anyways, so we go here, boom, comes up. Look at that. Then we go into images. Oh, look at this. Wow, some crazy stuff here. So let's just say, oh, here's one. That's a nice one. And it was on Pinterest. Look at that. So then I would go, because it's on Google now, so what I would do is I'd right click on it, go view image. There it is. Look at it. Wow, it's actually pretty good. And this is a bigger image and a higher quality. And a lot of times you'll see like the magnifying glass. Where is it? Right there, right? Hit it again. Now it's even bigger. What? This is madness, man. Look at that. So now what you do is you right click that one, all right? And then you save the image. And then you save it, I don't know, where's my original, I'll just save it here. Actually, I might even ink this one now. I'm all excited. Okay, any stuff, and then we'll just go right in Daredevil, JR, and we go save. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, that should cover it for now. But I just want to just show you my process, how I look for images to ink, or you can collaborate with someone. But you always have to remember, if it's going to be printing, you're going to have the proper dot per inch to do it. So I hope this helped. My name's Tim Gornert with How to Draw Comics. I hope you enjoyed this session, and we'll see you next time. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care. Be safe. Bye.